The WNBA continues to expand its impact, and in a historic move, the Chicago Sky has decided to move two of its games against the Indiana Fever to the United Center during the 2025 season. The move is in response to the league's growing popularity and the expectation generated by the rivalry between rookies Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The United Center, with a capacity of more than 20,000 spectators, is home to the Chicago Bulls in the NBA and represents an opportunity to attract a massive audience. The Chicago Sky, who normally play at the 10,000-seat Wintrust Arena, are looking to capitalize on the media attention and ticket demand generated by Clark's breakthrough in the league. Caitlin Clark, the #1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft and one of the most high-profile collegiate players in history, has raised the visibility of women's basketball. Her rivalry with Angel Reese, a former LSU star and current Chicago Sky player, has been a draw since their college days and promises to carry over into the professional ranks with intensity. This change not only benefits both franchises in terms of attendance and sales, but also demonstrates the growth of the WNBA, which continues to gain ground in the U.S. sports landscape. The Indiana Fever cemented themselves as 2025 WNBA championship contenders when they signed two-time WNBA champion and six-time WNBA All-Star DeWanna Bonner in free agency earlier this offseason. Not only will Bonner's exceptional on-court ability be an immediate difference-maker for Indiana, but the veteran presence and leadership she'll bring to the locker room will provide a nice contrast to the youthful energy that stars like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston provide. In a February 5th press release from the Fever, Bonner is quoted saying, "I'm extremely thankful to be joining an organization that's on the rise and committed to growing the sport of women's basketball. I'm looking forward to coming in, sharing my leadership and knowledge, and doing my part to help get this team get back to its championship pedigree." There's no doubt that despite being 37 years old, Bonner was highly sought after by many teams in free agency. And in a March 4th article from several writers of The Athletic, some of the teams she spurned in favor of the Fever, along with her reason for doing so, was revealed. Asserts that both the Phoenix Mercury and the Minnesota Lynx were very interested in signing Bonner, who spent the past 5 seasons with the Connecticut Sun. This offseason, the Mercury seemed like a favorite to secure her, if only because they traded for Bonner's fiancée and former Sun teammate Alyssa Thomas, and because Bonner spent the first 10 seasons of her WNBA career there. However, the article notes that Bonner ultimately decided to sign with Indiana in large part because she seemed to believe they had the best chances of competing for and winning a WNBA championship right now. Hearing that Bonner sees Indiana's championship prospects as superior to the Mercury and the Lynx, who came agonizingly close to the 2024 WNBA championship, must be music to Fever fans' ears. The WNBA season is almost upon, as with the season set to tip off on May 17. Clark and the Fever begin their season with a blockbuster clash against the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese at the 18,000-seater Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tickets for those games are sold out and not even available for resale on the official seller's website, Ticketmaster, demonstrating the demand to watch Reese and Clark in action. Being unable to get a hold of tickets or having to fork out hundreds of dollars to watch the Fever and Clark has become the norm as of late. Clark and her Fever teammates are set to play a preseason game at Carver Hawkeye Arena on the campus of the University of Iowa on May 4th against the Brazilian national basketball team. The game has seen huge interest recorded for it, and prices have reached a staggering level. Every one of the 15,000 tickets that were offered for sale were sold within 40 minutes of the sale opening. Inevitably, some tickets have become available on resale, and the starting price is $425. This is hundreds of dollars above the starting resale price of regular season NBA games, according to Vivid Seats and Ticketmaster. An average NBA resale ticket starts at $233 less than the starting price of Clark's preseason game. Yet she has only paid $75K per year compared to their millions, one fan posted online. "The face of basketball," added another. "Absolutely, her skills on the court are truly impressive," posted a third. The demand for Clark games follow the trend that occurred last season, where attendance and viewership went up wherever and whenever she played in 2024. Clark's Fever sold 90 times more tickets on StubHub this year than in 2023, and the team with the second highest increase was Angel Reese's Sky, and the Fever's sales were nearly double. 93% more. Such interest makes it no shock that Chicago decided to move their two home clashes against Fever to a bigger venue. The Sky announced they will play Clark's side at the United Center, the first ever WNBA contest there, which has a capacity of over 20,000. Samuelson was selected in the first round of the 2019 WNBA draft by the Chicago Sky. She appeared in 20 games during her rookie season, averaging 2.4 points per outing. It should be noted that she received only 7.7 minutes per game. Her Sky career was brief as she joined the Dallas Wings for the 2020 season. Brief tenures with teams have told the story of her career, as Samuelson has yet to spend more than one season with any team. Samuelson played with the Seattle Storm in 2021, Las Vegas Aces in 2022, and Fever in 2024. She did not play in 2023 because she was pregnant. From 2020-2022, Samuelson continued to improve. She saw her minutes increase, which also led to an overall production increase. Her best season so far came in 2022 with the Storm, when she averaged 9.7 points and 29.5 minutes per game. In 2024, with the Fever, though, Samuelson saw just 18.2 minutes per outing. She ended up recording 4.3 points per game. One has to imagine that she will be looking to join a team that can give her more playing time. Perhaps a team such as the Storm could be the right fit for Samuelson. Indiana Fever moving in a different direction, Indiana is hoping to compete once again in 2025. Caitlin Clark stole headlines throughout the 2024 season as she established herself as one of the best and most popular players in the entire WNBA. With Clark leading the way, the Fever should be able to make another competitive run. Kelsey Mitchell is also a superstar. She recently re-signed with the Fever, a move that will prove to be of the utmost importance during the upcoming season. The Fever understand the importance of depth as well. As a result, losing Samuelson will not help their situation. Nevertheless, Indiana expects to compete during the upcoming 2025 campaign. Meanwhile, Katie Lou Samuelson is now focused on looking for her next team in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark has become one of the most polarizing figures in all of sports over the last year plus. Her popularity reached a peak nearly 2 years ago when she and Angel Reese duked it out in the national championship. And then she became a household name. Clark set numerous records in her senior year, including becoming the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, and parlayed it all into becoming the #1 overall pick. But then came the culture wars that she found herself in the middle of, with many, including WNBA MVP Aja Wilson, saying that her race played a role in her popularity. Clark was the victim of some hard fouls and trash talk throughout her rookie season, but it didn't seem to faze her as she set plenty of records in year one. Clark returned to Iowa on Sunday to see her number 22 go into the rafters, and she was asked about the criticism she's received recently. "I think it's just life. Everybody goes through some of the things that I've gone through. A lot of people go through a lot worse. I just try to remind myself every single day how grateful I am to be in the position I am. I want to treat everyone the same way that I would want to be treated. It speaks to the way I was raised and my parents raised me. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. But it's just, you go with the flow. I think having a good circle around me, a small circle around me of people that I really trust that I can always count on and lean on, is what's been so important for me over this past year," Clark told reporters on Sunday. But also, I've said this before, I feel like one of my greatest skills is I really don't care. Like, I don't care. I believe in myself. I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my teammates. I try to instill that in them. I'm confident in the coaching staff of whatever team I was on, whether that was at Iowa, whether that's at the Fever now. You just rely on those people. Nobody gets to step inside your locker room. Everybody thinks they know everything and have an answer, but that's just not reality. That goes for all of professional sports. That goes for all of you as well and people in life. As Clark's rookie season progressed, there were allegations of racism from both Fever and Iowa fans, a claim made by the aforementioned Reese, but Clark's appearances in games brought historic viewership to both the college and pro levels. The final 3 games of her college career were the most watched women's college basketball games ever. She also had several of her regular season games draw more viewers than WNBA playoff games, and her WNBA matchups with Reese were some of the most viewed WNBA games ever.